Hello everyone. People who've been following the market would know that XRP has probably lost half its value in the last couple of days, and a lot of people have asked me in Twitter to make a small explainer video like I always do. So this is a very quick video in terms of my understanding of what's happening, and just hopefully it will benefit you in terms of understanding the overall scenario if you have already not understood it. So in summary, right, what the fundamental issue is that whether it's a security or a crypto. So it all started yesterday. It all started on December 22nd night or day before yesterday, when SEC is the governing body for Securities and Exchange Commission in US, like the SEBI of India. It charged Ripple and two of its executives, the CEO and other executive, with $1.3 billion of unregistered securities being sold, securities that Ripple Corporation had sold in terms of XRP. So what does it mean actually? So the whole issue started with this. So before we actually go into that tweet, we'll look at what is a security in the first place. In its simplest form, we've spoken about it in share trading. I've explained it in episode 5 as well. There are different types of shares and securities available. The basic form is the normal stocks, the shares that we buy in a company, and there are bonds and futures like derivative products that I explained in detail in my episode 5 as well. So this is what a security is. It's buying ownership in the company in the form of smaller chunks of the company, and because you have smaller ownership in the company, that's you're spending money for it, and then the company gets money to basically expand the business. It's a form of investment that the company gets from people, and they give dividends and they give profit shares because of the shares that you have, and you can, when the company performs well, you can basically resell these shares in different platforms. So what's the difference between security and commodity? We'll explain with commodity, and then we'll go to crypto. So take an example of a watch manufacturer, right? And they can register this company, and they can register they can register shares of the company as securities with the security agency of that particular governing country. And then they can say that 1,000 shares are created and 100 rupees per share. So it's like 1 lakh rupees that I've created as a value of the company, and they're going to sell 400 shares, retain 100 shares. 40% of the company is being sold. They raise 40,000 rupees. So if someone buys, for example, 100 shares, then they own 10% of the company now. So they are all now shareholders, and they can ask questions to the company. They can get profit shares from the company depending upon how those securities have been registered. So there's like a lot of terms and conditions that govern the sale of these securities and buying of these securities, trading of these securities. Only limited platforms are allowed to trade these securities when they get a license for trading securities. In a commodity scenario, if this watch manufacturer decided that's too much of a hassle for me, so he's basically telling people, okay, I'll give you watches in free. Manufacturing watches. I'll give you these watches. There's no securities being registered. There's no government body that is being coming into picture. I'm just going to give you watches. So basically, they get money to say that once I manufacture watch, I'll give you these watches. Or he'll say that, okay, to carpenter or painters or laborers that are working for him, that okay, I'll give you 10 watches for doing this carpentry job, 20 watches for this. So he's basically giving them commodities in exchange for work as well, labor as well. So you can get money or labor, anything done out of them with the commodities that he's going to actually produce. So they are not shareholders. They have no ownership in the company, but they can sell those watches once the watches start trading, whichever watch shop that they want to sell, or they can individually sell it to someone else. Because they have a value now. It's creating a value in terms of the watches. So imagine another example, right, where there's no physical commodity. For example, a mobile network provider. So they can do the same concept with security, or they can say that, okay, give me money, I'll give you a 1-year mobile connection in exchange of your money. Before they even actually start the work. That's when they actually sell this. So this is like a promise basically. So, and they can say the same thing for the carpenter and painter as well. 2-year free connection, 4-year free connection. Instead of money, I'll give you this. That's a commodity being offered. Like that's a bartender system, right? That's how it used to work. I explained earlier, before currency came into picture. And they're not shareholders. They have no ownership in the company. And they may not be able to sell this commodity because it's a non-transferable commodity. Sometimes it could be like that. So, what are the common commodities? Every country has their own commodity trading restrictions, but commonly oil, wheat, pulses, rice, coffee, tea, butter, sugar, chicken. All of these are commodities that can be traded, not necessarily like one-on-one sales, that can be traded in bulk as a commodity trading platforms. There are commodity trading platforms where there's a lot that goes on behind it. We'll not look at it in detail, but that's in general explaining you the difference between what a security is and what a commodity trading is. Now, what did crypto creators do? They gave these crypto tokens free for developers, for their development work, for promotions, for collaborators, and for exchanges as well, for promoting for listing their exchange, for listing the crypto on the exchange. They gave crypto as free to these people, and pretty much everything, right? Like right from Bitcoin to Ethereum to Link, XRP, everyone gave their crypto free to the promoters, collaborators, employers, developers. All of them got a free share, crypto as rewards, basically, whatever crypto product that they created. And later they were allowed to trade them in crypto platforms. They were free to sell the XRP. They were free to buy the XRP, transfer it from one person to another person, whatever they want to do in any platform that allowed them to do the crypto trading. So where does Security Exchange Commission come in, right? So like I said, they are like an American equivalent of SEBI, Securities Exchange Board of India. So if an entity will be traded as a commodity, they can't govern it. But if an entity will be traded as a security where there is an ownership to the company, it has to be first registered with SEC in America. And there are certain rules and conditions where SEC will say that only within these rules and boundaries, within these platforms that we have given a license to for security trading, where you can actually go and trade this securities. So Jake Layton is the chairman of Security Exchange Commission. He had previously granted Bitcoin and Ethereum virtual currency status, where he said that they're not securities, they're not governed by our rules, they don't need to be governed by our rules, and they will be virtual currencies, which means that they're outside of our purview, which means that they can be traded as a commodity or as a crypto in all the crypto trading platforms. So it means SEC do not have to give license to a trading platform to trade Bitcoin and Ethereum. But they alleged XRP is a security in the way that it was given initially to raise money for the company. So that they were basically saying that there is a difference between Bitcoin, Ethereum and XRP. This is not new. This has been happening for nearly 3 years between SEC and Ripple, and there has been no decision, no conclusive evidence provided to say that why is Bitcoin and Ethereum different? Why did you accept this virtual currency? Whereas XRP, you're saying that is a security. If you have accepted Bitcoin and Ethereum, pretty much everything that was done by Bitcoin and Ethereum was done by XRP as well. So what's the difference? That was always an ongoing argument. There was no clarity or conclusion to that saga. And who appoints the SEC chairman? SEC chairman and all the members of SEC are appointed by the US president. And when the presidents change, this whole board changes, like how Raghuram Rajan was changed to Arjit Patel, right? And policies and everything are controlled pretty much by SEC chairman, but obviously with the blessing of the president. So the SEC chairman, current SEC chairman, Jake Layton, he would have obviously been changed once Biden administration took over from President Trump. But he actually resigned yesterday on 23rd, and pretty much on his last working day, he announced that they're actually making a decision that XRP is a security, and they're going to take a legal action against XRP. Now, again, still no new conclusive evidence has been given, but they've created a 72-page document to say that this is our explanation as to why XRP is nothing new, but they've just created a document and said that we have taken a decision, XRP is a security, we're going to charge the company against with legal action. So this was basically, in fact, there was even an article which said that he made a decision, a very controversial decision on his last working day before handing in the resignation, and that resulted in like a $50 billion catastrophic sell-off, and it basically created a crash. So where the SEC chairman was supposed to protect the investors, he actually acted against the investors, causing a massive FUD, or a fear and uncertainty, and it wasn't in the welfare of the investors. That's what the most of the news articles were claiming, basically. I'm just reiterating what the news is saying and not my personal opinion. So if this is enforced as the law, right, XRP cannot be traded on platforms that don't have license for trading securities. So, many platforms have trading security trading licenses, and they can continue to trade XRP. So it's not that XRP will go away completely. It's just that it will be limited to only those exchanges which have license to sell the securities. If a small exchange, like small Indian exchanges, for example, don't have security trading license, they may not be able to sell it if it's classified as a security and agreed by SEBI as well. Now, right now, this is only US jurisdiction. It's only SEC that's come into picture. So if a crypto agency is registered in US, they have to abide by the SEC regulations, which means that they will not be able to, if this becomes law, if SEC wins this case, they will not be able to trade the XRP as a cryptocurrency because it's been deemed a security by SEC, which comes under the purview of the security trading rules. So what happens now to XRP? So the CEO of Ripple said that they're going to challenge this fully legally in court, and they have a lot of money to handle this trial. So it's going to become a long legal battle. And there are precedents as well. Previously Department of Justice, Financial Crimes Enforcement Agency, they've all ruled that XRP is a cryptocurrency and not a security. So SEC is the only agency currently claiming, contradicting to the previous rulings and US Department of Justice rulings, saying that no, XRP is not a cryptocurrency, but it's a security. So this is kind of contradicting to previous stands that the previous American agencies have taken. So obviously that can also come into play in the legal battle, and potentially the Biden administration, when they take over, when a new SEC chairman is appointed, they can also treat it differently. They can cancel the whole thing as well, and it depends on what happens. But it's absolutely unclear why the SEC chairman, he decided that Bitcoin and Ethereum are crypto, and why he did not want to bring them under securities, which means that he's doing a favor for those cryptos compared to the XRP. And that could mean that he can apply the same rule for Link, TRX, VET, any other billion-dollar cryptocurrency, and classify them as security, because there is no yardstick or a parameter that's been given to say why is XRP a security and why the other cryptos are not securities. So that's why the Ripple have called it an attack on all of the crypto and all of the blockchain innovation, basically. So what happened yesterday was intriguing, actually, because 3 smaller exchanges, that was the first news that came out. No one had even heard about these exchanges before, but they actually came out. Some of them were not even operating in American jurisdiction. They didn't even have to delist because SEC was purely American jurisdiction. But they came out and said that, look, we're going to delist XRP as a proactive measure. Actually, one of the exchanges had security trading license, which means that they can continue to trade XRP. All that SEC was saying was XRP will be traded only by agencies that have security trading license. One of the agencies that delisted XRP actually had security trading license, but they despite the fact that they actually went and they spread this news a lot. These 3 exchanges delisting XRP, it created a big, huge fear, uncertainty, and doubt. And people were saying, okay, if it happens to XRP, it could happen to any currency. And literally all of the currencies were shorted. Shorted meaning that people were betting against the fall of all these cryptos. And people like Link, for example, they said that, okay, if Link falls 30%, I will bet $100. And literally it wiped off $50 billion of the entire crypto value. And short positions that were open, betting positions that were open, people saying that it will definitely fall, they made millions of dollars in profits. And Binance was one small exchange, or one small example where like there were millions of dollars in volume that was traded on short positions on these cryptos. And you can actually go and see these short positions in Binance. It's not something that it's not visible to the eye. It's illegal, but it's probably not ethical to do what they did. So what did I do with my XRP? Personally, I've never promoted XRP. I mean, I said in my episode 2 explicitly that it's not in my top 10, but in terms of the crypto that I've bought this year. But I bought it 2 years back, and I've been at a loss for nearly 2 years, and I've not sold it. It was a very large position, and I did say in episode 2 that I will sell it once I reach a profit level, and I reached the profit level in the recent XRP bounce, and I even clarified that I sold a decent position, and I still have a decent position. It's comparatively smaller to my other positions in Xrp and Link, but I'm not out of it completely. But that position, I'm not going to sell it now because of the fear that has been created. Even if it goes down to 5p or 2p, I'm not going to sell it. I'm going to wait like how I previously waited, even if it's like 70-80% loss. I'm not buying. I've not bought XRP in the recent weeks. So I'm not going to buy it even now, despite the fact that it's fallen. But I'm not going to I'm not going to sell my XRP at a loss that because of the fear that is created. I don't think XRP will. I mean, personally, I don't think XRP will go away, and that's just my personal opinion. It's just that there'll be probably a long legal battle, so there might be a long turbulent period for XRP, and it could be a long wait. If it goes into a legal case, you know how long legal cases can take, right? But the DeFi of FLR, the decentralized finance that FLR is doing for XRP, it could actually bring more value. Despite all of this, XRP could increase in value because of what FLR is doing. And a large, several groups like the Financial Bank of Japan, SBI Holdings, they have come out in unanimous support of XRP and said that, look, we already operate pretty much outside the American regulations because we are not operating in their jurisdiction. So whatever SEC's lawsuit is, we're not bothered about it. It's still going to support XRP in full. So there are a lot of support. There is a lot of support as well for the platform, for the tokens in itself. And people ask me what they should do. I'm not an investment expert. I've made this point very clear multiple times. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm only doing these videos to provide clarity and information. I've never promoted any crypto. I've said, like, about even Xrp and Link, I said they are my top crypto because I believe in these reasons. And I've never said in any of my videos, go and buy this crypto, or you should probably buy this crypto, you'll get profit. I've never said in any of my videos. So I'm going to stick to the same position that I've always taken, that your decision should be based on your own risk appetite. I've always said that do not use your essential funds. Crypto is highly volatile. I've maintained this warning multiple times and I'm going to do it again. So all of this is for clarity and information. So you need to decide on your own scenario whether you are able to survive. Like, for example, you might have bought it at 25p or 20p and you probably still not made a loss, and you might be thinking that, okay, I need these funds now, I can get out now. That's your own decision. So everyone's decision is going to be different. Everyone's position is going to be different. I've only provided clarity on what is happening today and what you can expect out of all of this, the commotion that it is causing, right? That's what I've tried to explain. So hopefully this was useful to you guys. Until next time, thank you, bye.